Okay, now that we've got ROS2 installed, we're going to install a couple of packages that are going to allow us to both have the computer speak, but also be able to add voice recognition to the computer. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up as a super user. One of the things we're going to install is called eSpeak, and like this. It turns out I've already done this on this computer, so it's going to tell me that it's installed. But eSpeak allows us to have the computer speak. So now if I type eSpeak, hello,
Hello.
we'll hear that. All right. Now, before I get going too far on the installation, I'm going to add one more library I need to install. Sudo apt install Python 3 PyAudio. This is going to be required by our speech recognition software. The speech recognition software we're going to use is called VOSK, V-O-S-K. Now, for many years, I used a package called Pocket Sphinx. Pocket Sphinx was a very small and efficient voice recognition software package from Carnegie Mellon. It worked quite well, but it's getting a little bit long in the tooth. And so now what we're doing is we're going to add the VOSK, which is a little bit newer. It works on machine learning principles. Now, the other big advantage of VOSK, however, that Pocket Sphinx also had, is that we can do our speech recognition without accessing an online resource. So there are several really good speech recognition packages out there. However, to allow them to work, you have to be connected to the internet and use a service like Google or Amazon. And we don't want to do that. We want to be able to have our robot speak whether we are connected to the internet or not. So we're going to use a tool called VOSK to do that. So to do that, I'm going to first install pip, which is a Python install package process. So I'm going to go Python 3 and pip, and now I've already installed this, so it is installed. And so now I'm going to go ahead and get out, and I'm going to say pip install VOSK. And I have already installed this, by the way, on this system, so it's going to tell me that I've already created that. But that's what you'll do. If you install pip, you can get VOSK. There is another thing I'm going to install right now. Sound device. And what this is going to allow me to do is access my microphone. If I don't have this, I won't have access to my microphone. I've already installed it again, so you're seeing that that's the case, but that's now installed. Now, what we want to do is start playing with VOSK, and we can do that. We could start writing code, but they provide a good set of examples, and so you can download those from iLearn. I've downloaded them and placed them in iLearn, or you can get them from GitHub. So on GitHub, if you type up here VOSK API, you'll get here, and this is the set of example programs that we can use. So I'm going to go ahead and select that and go ahead and download that zip file. So you'll have to have an account on GitHub. If you don't want to get an account on GitHub, again, they are available on iLearn. Now if I go over to downloads, you'll see my zip file. I'm going to go back. I've created a directory called VOSK examples, so I can put those example code there. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to copy from downloads my VOSK file. And I'm going to place it right there. Oh, sorry. My bad. So I'm going to go ahead, instead of using the dot, which was not what we wanted, I'm going to go ahead and use my home directory. And sure enough, I should now have that here. And now I can unzip that file, and I can go VOSK API, and it's going to download those. And now I can go into this file set, and I can actually try looking at some code. So let's go to Python and example, and I'm going to go Python 3, and I'm going to go .set test simple.py and test wave, which is a wave file which has some speech in it, and it's going to go ahead and grab that, and it's going to run through that. Oh, this is interesting, but I should have said this. To do all of this, VOSK needs a speech model, and since it doesn't have a speech model, it's going to go and download this speech model, and this is the default speech model. This is a small English US based speech model that it's downloading, and so it's going to go ahead and download this. I'm going to pause this while it gets this so that it can actually then use that file to actually do the speech recognition. Okay, so it's downloaded. So here we ran the example file with a test.wave file. That's a sound file, and it downloaded this model for us. And then after it did that, what it did is it read in that wave file and looked for words, and notice it began to find them, and in the end it found the phrase. Go all the way down, and notice we ended up with the phrase 01803. So that was the text that was in that wave file. Now, what we want to do is, of course, not give it wave files, but actually give it voice commands via a microphone or input device. So to do that, we have to allow that to be accessed. I'm going to go up here. If you're running this on VirtualBox like I am, you're going to have to go ahead and click audio and enable both your audio input and your audio output. That may not be enabled by default, but now I can go ahead and do Python. Let's go ahead and we're going to go run the Python 3 test microphone pi, and it uses that model again. And now notice that it's looking at my voice, and it's building the output based on what my input is as far as my voice. We'll use that. We'll tweak it a little bit, but we'll use that now to capture our input. Let's go ahead and close that. So that's how we've set up both the ability for our project to speak, but also now to gather input from voice commands.